and listen to Ananda. This happened, and I said, okay, Ananda, what are you going to do? And I'm disappointed at myself, and now I'm going to grow up, and now I'm going to create this. And then I detour. The personal responsibility of you both, Maya and Ananda, is incredible.
Thank you.
Because for me, this is spirituality.
Yes.
We don't have to fluff it, create stories. And I know, and this is going to create a pet peeve in the people that I share my podcast, but I'm not known for not creating ripples in the ocean. But I do not do plant medicine and everything. And we have in the podcast someone, a sacred ceremony teacher from Peru, that they did the ceremony for healing and all of that for that. But I know we all, Maya, Ananda, and myself, we all are like devotees of self-reliance, of using our work, of doing the work internally, not getting external substances to get us out there into the world. And I love that.
Yes, it's so
I love that, because you know what happens before the pandemic, and let me know what you guys think. I did a post. It created, in my website, I used to have, I'm sorry, because I get reached out like, Yvonne, do you want to do a plant medicine ceremony and everything? And I respect it. I don't know about it. I've never done it, right? But I had to put in my website a statement that I don't do that work. I had to put it. And that, that cleaned up my Facebook. Yeah. Suddenly, I didn't have to remove people. People removed me from that statement. But before the pandemic, I felt in my heart to share, the path of spirituality is self-reliance. You got to figure it out. You got to take responsibility, do the inner work, because what happens if the external world suddenly shuts down? I did this exactly before the pandemic. What happens if everything you are addicted to get in the external disappears? What happens if you cannot get that hit of medicine? What happens if all that you think you need to be present and spiritual disappears one day? All you're going to be left with is you. And nothing more spiritual. This is the path of Jesus, right? This is the path of the great teachers that we know of. They figure it out by themselves. They figure it out doing the inner work. So what do you guys think?
I can tell you, I am everyday spiritual high. So I have enough with that to do. Yes. And I have to order that feeling of being high spiritually in this world. And I have enough to do with that and with my clients, with other people. So I don't have time to put something into my body or into my system.
I'm so happy. Yeah, so happy you say that, because for my generation, I have had many problems with that, like being so strict about that. Since I was a young girl, I never in my life have tried anything. There was something way stronger within me saying, you don't need that, without even knowing. And so many people, as you just told us, they cleaned up, they can't understand it, or just don't want to understand it, obviously, because they don't think, or they maybe are not at that point yet. But it has been a very active issue in my life with friends and people around me. And then my mom always says one sentence, which for me is everything that makes sense within the subject, and is only spirit is uncorruptible. And for me, that is, everything can fall away, everything can disappear, and you're left with yourself, as you just said, and that is everything you need, and that cannot be corrupted. And I really wish that our work and everything we all do may bring this closer to people, and they have the courage to go that path.
Wow. Ananda and Maya, I think this line is the closure of the podcast, because in your podcast, Anima, in your soul gatherings, in Soul Lab, I think that what Ananda just said, that Maya, you said it, and I'm going to ask you to close the podcast in your words too, Maya.
Yes.
The only spirit is incorruptible. That is so powerful. And I can not emphasize enough for everyone that is listening to do the inner work so strongly, so faithfully. It's not going to be easy, but as Maya said, no one wants it to really be easy. No one said to us, you're born in earth, it's going to be a walk on the park. Sometimes walks in the park, there's hail, there's rain, there's storm, the sun is, strong, and you didn't have your sunscreen and all of that. So this is so powerful, because this will give you a pointer to where to work. When you feel lost in your mind, emotionally, or in your feelings, even physically, return to the incorruptible power of your spirit. Maya, I love how you speak. Ananda, thank you so much, love. Maya, can you close this with a blessing and by saying something about this, please?
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, my gratitude again, and all over again, and with grace. I just want to say, I was thinking about this and feeling it deep into in my being, and I think I just want to share my deep, deep wish and desire that everyone can build a holy container so that spirit can be that energy that you most yearn for yourself in your healing journey. And we need those containers so that this universe can give to all of us the food that we need to be the spiritual beings that this new age needs us to transcend. And I think we can invite our egos into this container to be sacred egos, so that we don't have to fight against the ego, but that we can make it an ally for our spiritual journey.
Wow. Ananda, anything left to say? This feels, oh my goodness, a sacred container.
Yes, you can't imagine the happiness I feel, the excitement and enthusiasm I feel. And I can only say I'm so honored to be with you two. You, Yvonne, my spiritual mom, one mom in this universe.
I love you, my daughter. Can't wait to see you. Loves, angels. I forgot. Sorry to interrupt you, but please tell us where they can find you. I'm getting high. I'm so high right now. That where can they find you, loves?
We are in another dimension now. We are very active in Instagram. It's at the-solab. Maya has her own Instagram where she has all her videos, which is Maya Love H. And
we will write it down so they can find you on Instagram,
Facebook, wherever, and the website, wherever you write. I will always try to be very attentive to how we can serve you, and you just have to give us a sign and we will be there for you. Very happy and open for whatever the person needs. We will find a way to meet them there.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Ananda and Maya. And I encourage everyone to go, do follow their Instagram. It's beautiful. It's consistent grace. It's a consistent container of grace, consistent container of spiritual truths. They are very aware of theosophy and everything. I may invite them again, back just to talk about those like very, very deep topics, especially of theosophy that has been appearing a lot lately in my life back again. But Maya, beloved, and Ananda, thank you for your time. Thank you for paving the way, trailblazing mother-daughters relationships in such a high frequency of integrity, in such a way that is also birthing so many things into the world to create, I call them spiritual re-evolution, not revolution per se, but re-evolution of reigniting people into their spirit, creating containers where spirit can live more in deeply, especially now that we need it the most. So Maya and Ananda, thank you for your great work. And to everyone else, we will see you in the next episode. Un beso. Adiós. Thank you for listening to the Sovereign Futures podcast. Be sure to subscribe to Sovereign Futures on your favorite podcast platform and share us with a friend. To learn more about how to design your desired futures, visit delaflorteachings.com/futuring to receive a Futuring Journey audio in English or in Spanish.